Hi everyone! In today's video, we're exploring some state quarters that might seem ordinary but could actually be worth a lot of money. These coins have small mistakes or rare features that make them very valuable to collectors. Whether you're just curious or a coin collector, stick around to learn about these hidden treasures. You might even have one in your pocket right now. Let's get started. First up is the 1999p Mint Mark Delaware Quarter. This coin may look normal, but it could be worth $4,800 or even up to $9,800 if it has a rare mint mistake. Yes, just one quarter, the kind you might get in change, could be worth thousands of dollars. That's why this video is worth watching, because these rare coins sometimes show up in your pocket, and many people don't even know they have something special. This coin was the first state quarter made in 1999. It shows a man riding a horse. His name is Caesar Rodney. He made a long ride through a storm to vote for freedom. That vote helped America become its own country. So this quarter is not just money, it tells a story from US history. Most of these quarters are very common and easy to find. You might even have one at home or in your coin jar. If the coin is old and dirty, it's only worth 25 cents. If it's very clean and shiny, maybe $1 or $2. But there's one rare kind that is worth much more. This special quarter was made by mistake. It was made using the wrong kind of metal, called an experimental planchet. A planchet is just the blank piece of metal used to make a coin. The mint used this by accident, and that made the coin different. It may look or feel a little strange. It might be lighter, or the color may look off. These small signs can mean big money. This mint error is very rare, and coin collectors love rare coins. That's why this one can sell for so much money. Some of these coins have sold for $4,800. One even sold for close to $9,800. That's a huge amount for a quarter. It's amazing that a small mistake at the mint can turn a simple coin into something people are willing to pay thousands for. Only a few of these error coins were made, so finding one is not easy, but it's not impossible. Some people have found them by chance in pocket change. If you ever find a 1999 Delaware quarter with a SP on it, take a closer look. Feel the coin in your hand. Does it feel lighter than normal? Does the color look different from other quarters? These could be signs of a rare coin. If it looks strange, don't spend it. Put it aside and show it to a coin shop or a grading service. They can tell you if it's one of the rare error coins. If it is, you might be holding a coin worth thousands. This is why checking your coins is always a smart idea. A regular quarter could be just 25 cents, or it could be the rare one worth almost $10,000. All because of a simple mistake at the mint. That's what makes coin collecting fun. You don't need to be rich. You just need to pay attention. This 1999p Delaware quarter proves that sometimes real treasure is hiding in plain sight. Next is the 2004p Mint Mark Wisconsin State Quarter. This coin might look normal, but it can be worth a lot of money. Some have sold for as much as $6,000. Yes, one little coin that you might find in your pocket could be worth thousands, all because of a small mint mistake. This is why it's always smart to check your change. You never know what you might have. This quarter is part of the 50 State Quarters program and was made to honor Wisconsin. The design on the coin shows a cow, a wheel of cheese, and an ear of corn. These pictures represent farming and dairy, which are very important in Wisconsin. It's a nice-looking coin, and millions were made. Most of them are worth just 25 cents. If they are clean or in perfect shape, they might be worth a little more, maybe $1 or $2. But some are very different. A few of these coins have a strange mistake on the corn. There is an extra leaf on the corn stalk. This mistake was not supposed to be there. It happened during the minting process, when the machines that pressed the coins were damaged or blocked. Because of that, the extra leaf was added by accident. There are two types of this extra leaf. One is called the high leaf, and the other is the low leaf. Both types are rare and valuable, but the low leaf version is the most wanted by collectors. In one auction, a low leaf Wisconsin quarter sold for $6,000. That's a lot of money for a single quarter. Even high-leaf coins can sell for hundreds or even over $1,000, depending on the condition of the coin. You can still find these quarters out there. Some people have found them in pocket change, coin rolls from the bank, or even in old coin jars at home. They are hard to spot if you don't know what to look for, but once you do, it's easy to check. Just look at the bottom or side of the corn stalk. On normal coins, there are only a few leaves. But on the error coins, you'll see an extra bump or shape that sticks out. That is the extra leaf. If you think you found one, don't spend it. Keep it safe. You can take it to a local coin shop or send it to a coin grading company. They will look at the coin and tell you if it's the real error version. If it is, they can grade it and seal it in a case. This helps prove the coin is real and can help you get a better price if you want to sell it. Even though the mint did not mean to make these error coins, they are now part of history. Collectors love coins with mistakes like this because they are different, rare, and hard to find. Only a small number of these Wisconsin error quarters were made before the mistake was fixed. That's what makes them valuable today. So, every time you see a 2004 Wisconsin quarter with a P mint mark, take a closer look. Check the corn. Look for that little extra leaf. It might be small, but it could be the key to a big payday. You don't need to be a coin expert. All you need is a sharp eye, a little time, and some luck. The next rare coin could be in your pocket right now. Now let's take a look at the 2008 Alaska State Quarter. This coin might look like a normal quarter at first, but some versions of it can be worth a lot more than just 25 cents. Some people have sold special ones for over $100, and there are claims that rare versions can reach $2,400, but those prices usually depend on the coin's condition and if it has a rare mistake. So it's always a good idea to keep an eye on your change, because one small coin could surprise you. The Alaska Quarter was made in 2008 as part of the 50 State Quarters program. It was made to honor the state of Alaska. The design on the back of the coin shows a grizzly bear holding a salmon in its mouth, standing by a river. Above the bear, you'll see the words "The Great Land," which is Alaska's nickname. It's a bold and strong design, and many people like it just for how it looks. But for collectors, it's not just about the design, it's about something rare that shows up on a small number of these coins. Some of these quarters have what's called the extra clawed error. If you look closely at the bear's paw, you might see something strange. On a normal coin, the bear has 4 clear claws. But on some error coins, it looks like the bear has a 5th claw, or a strange mark under the paw. This happened because of a die gouge. A small piece of the coin press may have been damaged or scratched. That mistake left behind a mark that looks like an extra toe or claw. This error is small and easy to miss. Many people might not even notice it unless they know what to look for. But collectors do notice it, and that's what makes these coins special. While regular 2008 Alaska quarters are still worth just 25 cents, the ones with this extra claw can sell for much more, sometimes $50, $100, or more if the coin is clean and graded. Some websites claim higher prices, even up to $2,400, but those are rare and usually only happen if the coin is in perfect condition and certified by a top grading company. If you want to check for this error yourself, it's simple. Find a 2008 Alaska quarter with a D mint mark, which means it was made in Denver. Then look closely at the bear's front paw, the one holding the fish. You might need a magnifying glass or good lighting to see it clearly. If you notice an extra line or shape under the paw, you might have the extra claw error. If you think you found one, don't spend it. Keep it safe and show it to a coin shop or send it to a grading company. They can tell you if it's the real error and help you figure out how much it might be worth. Grading also makes the coin more trusted if you plan to sell it. Even though this coin is newer than others, it still has a place in the world of rare and valuable quarters. The mistake may be small, but it's enough to make collectors interested. And since millions of these coins were made, the error coins are rare but not impossible to find. So next time you see the 2008 Alaska quarter, don't just look at the bear, look at the paw. Now let's talk about the 2001 Kentucky State Quarter. This is another coin from the 50 State Quarters program, and while most people think it's just a regular quarter, some versions of this coin are said to be worth as much as $2,200. Now, not all Kentucky quarters are rare, and most are only worth face value, but there are stories and reports online about certain rare error versions that could be worth a lot more. That's why it's always a good idea to pay attention to your coins. Sometimes a small mistake can make a big difference. The design of the Kentucky quarter shows a beautiful old house in the background with a racehorse standing behind a fence in the front. That house is called Federal Hill, and it is an important part of Kentucky history. The racehorse is there because Kentucky is known around the world for horse racing. It's a nice design and one of the more detailed state quarters. The mint mark P on the front means it was made in Philadelphia. Most of these quarters are common. Millions were made and used in everyday life. So usually, a 2001 P Kentucky quarter is only worth 25 cents, unless it's in perfect condition. If you find one that's shiny and has no scratches or marks, it might be worth $1 or $2 to a collector. But the real interest comes from a few coins that are said to have rare mint errors, which could raise their value a lot. Some people claim that error versions of this coin have sold for as much as $2,200, especially if they were graded by a top coin grading company like PCGS or NGC. These high prices often depend on a combination of things, like condition, rarity, and whether or not there is an actual error. Some reports talk about double strikes or small die cracks, which are mistakes that happen when the coin is being made at the mint. These mistakes are hard to see unless you look closely, but they make the coin different, and that makes it interesting to collectors. There is no well-known or confirmed major error for the Kentucky quarter like the extra leaf on the Wisconsin coin or the extra claw on the Alaska coin, but smaller errors like die cracks, weak strikes, or off-center printing could still give the coin some value. These small errors are not always worth thousands, but they might be worth more than a regular quarter, especially if the coin is in great shape. So if you have a 2001 P Kentucky quarter, don't throw it away or spend it too fast. First, take a good look at it. Look at the horse, the fence, the house, and the words on the coin. Do you see anything strange? Is the picture off-center? Are there lines or bumps where they shouldn't be? Does the design look like it was stamped twice? These could be signs of a rare error coin. If your coin looks special or different, you can take it to a coin shop and ask for help. You can also send it to a grading company to find out its true value. Even if it turns out to be common, it's still a nice piece of history. Now let's talk about the 2007 P Montana State Quarter. This is another coin from the 50 State Quarters program. It was made to honor the state of Montana and was released in the year 2007. Most people think this coin is just regular pocket change, and for the most part, they are right. But there are some versions out there that have sold for much more than face value. Some reports online say rare ones have sold for up to $725, but these high prices usually depend on a few special things like rare mint errors or perfect coin condition. The design on the back of the coin is very bold. It shows a skull of a bison floating over a scene with big mountains and wide open land. The bison skull is a strong symbol of Montana's history and open range. Under the skull, you can see the words Big Sky Country, which is Montana's nickname. The letter P on the coin tells us that it was made at the Philadelphia Mint. Most of these coins are common. Millions were made and sent into everyday use. If you have one that's been used, it's probably just worth 25 cents. But if you find one that looks brand new, with no scratches or marks, it could be worth more. A clean, uncirculated Montana quarter might sell for a few dollars to a collector. But where it gets interesting is with error coins. Some people say that a few rare 2007 P Montana quarters have special mint errors that can raise their value a lot. The most talked about ones include die cracks, double dies, or coins that were off-center when they were stamped. These mistakes happen during the minting process, when the machine hits the blank metal to press the design. If something goes wrong, the image might come out crooked, doubled, or have extra lines or marks. These coins are not common, and they are worth more to collectors, sometimes even hundreds of dollars if the error is clear and the coin is in great shape. There are also cases where people found coins with weak designs or strange shapes around the edges. These could be planchet errors, which happen when the blank coin metal is damaged before the design is added. Again, these are rare, but they do happen from time to time. If one of these coins is sent to a grading company and they confirm the error, it could be worth much more than a normal quarter. Now, about the $725 value, there is no widely confirmed or official mint error that's known to sell for exactly that much, but certain high-grade, error coins from this year have sold for several $100s. It really depends on the exact kind of mistake and how well the coin was kept. Coins that are graded as MS67 or MS68, which means they are nearly perfect, can sell for big money because they are hard to find in that condition. So if you have a 2007 P Montana quarter, it's worth taking a closer look. Hold it under a light and check the skull, the mountains, the words, and the edges. Look for anything that seems odd, like a double image, strange bumps, missing details, or a design that looks off-center. These small things could mean your coin is special. If you think your coin is different, don't spend it. Keep it safe and show it to a local coin shop or send it to a grading company. You never know, it might be one of the rare ones that collectors are looking for. A small detail could turn a regular quarter into a valuable find. We just talked about some special quarters that might look normal but could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. It's pretty amazing how a small mistake or a tiny detail can make a big difference in a coin's value. So next time you find a quarter in your pocket or at the store, take a closer look. You never know if it might be something rare and valuable. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more interesting stories like this. Have you ever found a rare coin or something unusual? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your experiences. Happy hunting, and remember, sometimes the most valuable things are hiding in plain sight.